Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee, and as I look down from my castle at my newly named sheep down there, I'm thinking, you know what, there's always more to do on the Hermitcraft server. We've got this cliff here that represents the Pillarstone of the castle. So Castle Ravenloft is supposed to be built on like a giant pillar of stone that's like 1,000 feet high. In Minecraft, we don't have room for a 1,000-foot high pillar, but I did kind of work on a stone cliff around the front and sides of it. And I say I worked on it. That's generous. I started it, and then I ran out of stone. And so there's like places here where there's just a tree, and you can see underneath here where the base of the castle is. And long term, when people are flying around, I don't want it to look this ugly. So I figure I should come through here and chop down some of these trees. And, uh-oh, we are literally out of axes. Hey, another cow. I need a name tag. How did you get under there? Let's... Oh, he probably is around the back. Is there a good way to hop over this? There you are. One name tag cow. Making Mumbo Jumbo's life better, one cow at a time. Oh, man, I'm almost out of food, too. Well, that's fine. I need to go to my storage area anyway to get some extra stone to work on that pillar. So why don't we go ahead and swing by there now? Time skip. Well, it looks like our furnace has been busy. It's no longer aflame, and we've got quite a few stone blocks here. Although I'm realizing, you know what, one of the reasons that it's not running, it's not that like it ran out of cobble to cook. It ran out of buckets of lava. So maybe we should go ahead and replenish this so it can keep running while we are gone. We're just going to go ahead and get my, box out here and just throw everything in. And then let's run down and get some lava. Time skip. We find ourselves at the lava pool, deep beneath Red Sky Bay. You know, it's kind of funny because, like, the sky is red, but also the ground, if you go deep enough, is red, too. A lot of things in life are kind of broadly circular. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a tire, but they are very broadly circular. It distributes the weight over a wider area, and then that allows you to get more, you don't need as much material to do as much work. It's pretty effective. Man, there is so much lava down here. Let's go ahead and we have room for, like, just barely... I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in my offhand, because all of these things are equally silly. And I definitely don't want to dump lava, so... Here we go. Dang it. Too many. Okay. Well, anyway, we got our lava. We're going to run back upstairs. I managed to do that without getting killed. And I think I even remembered which way to go this time, which is really good, because usually when I'm in this tunnel, even though this tunnel is just a straight shot, I get lost. I don't know how I do it, but, you know, we're gonna find out as a team. Let's go, team. Well, I figured out how I keep getting lost here. It turns out that this tunnel actually overshoots the hallway that I need to turn down. For some reason, I thought it turned into a T, and that when I got to the end, that would be it. But it clearly doesn't. What happens is, when I go far enough, I cross what I'm assuming is this point. I'm guessing that this single torch here is some sort of marker or indicator that this is where we transition from one situation to another. So, what I'm guessing is that if I go down this hallway, then I will make it back to the stairs and be on my way. Look at that. I'm Joe Hills. I have the capacity for learning and growth. Isn't that excellent? I say, oh, yep, those are the stairs. I really do have capacity for learning and growth. I was lying. This is wonderful. Time skip. So now we just take these buckets and we drop them in here. You know, it's funny, you guys are watching this probably in a time-shifted format. So today, for me, is Valentine's Day, but for you, it's definitely not. So I just wanted to share, though, one thing that I wrote for Valentine's Day. I wrote a little poem. Normally, I would charge money for these. Just kidding. But you guys get it for free. Anyway, roses are red. I forget why we're fighting. Let's agree I'm at fault. Now you've got that in writing. So, anyway, there you go. Feel free to use that in any apology. Although, actually, if you are apologizing for something for real, You probably should mention that you did not forget why you're fighting. You should probably apologize for the thing that you did specifically. Like, that's a good way to get in trouble. So if you want to use that in your apology note, just make sure you mention, that's Joe Hills who forgot what I did. I know what I did. So anyway, there is a quick bonus poem for you. Oh, I forgot to get all the stone. Dang it, I was so excited. Time skip. Oops. That's not how you teleport. As I came out here to apply this stone vociferously across this plain here, you know what? I found a few more cows that also still need name tags. So obviously we want to do everything we can to make Mumbo's life better. Just tap all those guys with little name tag magic, And we just, go up here. Now some people might think, Joe, what's so magical about name tags? Did you know name tags were actually invented by magicians as a way to identify audience members? Probably not, because that's a complete falsehood or fabrication. You should not believe everything you hear. And, what is it? They say in the Marine Corps, to trust is good, to know is better. No matter how much you like somebody or you want them to be correct about something, independent verification is vital in certain situations, and don't be afraid to do that legwork. You could probably Google name tags, and they would be like, here's a Wikipedia page about name tags. Now I'm kind of really curious where name tags are from. They're probably from the name tag factory. But where is the name tag factory? Is it like outside of Toledo? Or is it in like upstate New York? Where is Toledo? Is that in Ohio? See, I need Wikipedia now. Boom. We're just going to toss that torch there. Nice, easy, simple. Like, this is really probably, it should be more ragged. I'll probably do a pass on this with some other detail stone to kind of make this look crazier later. But for right now, we just need to not have you be able to see a giant hole underneath here. That's a pretty low bar, and we're going to strive to meet it. And in terms of, like, looking at sources of information, it's also important to, like, question your own conclusions you draw from whatever you read, right? So I knew that February 14th was the day that the pale blue dot photograph was taken by the Voyager probe, which is like the furthest out ever picture taken, or photograph taken, of the Earth from space. And I know that New Horizons, which did the Pluto mission and is now heading out to the Kuiper Belt, they've got an upcoming photo shoot where they're going to try and take an even more distant picture of the Earth. So I pull up the Wikipedia page for the pale blue dot, and I see, oh, hey, this photograph was taken on February 14th, 1990. And I go, wow, that's so neat, because, that means that today, Valentine's Day, is the, pale blue dot photo's 18th birthday. It's finally old enough to get that tattoo it always wanted, that it's always sketching in its notebooks and tweaking and showing people. And then, it can buy lottery tickets now, and I'm thinking about all the things that the pale blue dot photo could do that it couldn't before. And I realized that actually 1990 is not 18 years ago. It's 28 years ago. I took something that was completely factual and, like, completely messed it up by drawing an improper conclusion. I had to delete a tweet about that because I can't go around saying that a photograph is 10 years, younger than it is. Like, it's one thing to lie about your own age, you don't want to feel like, you're getting too out there, but, or up there. I guess out there is appropriate for, like, a space probe or space-related things. Voyager 1 is literally the most out there human-made object. But if your age is getting out there, it's one thing to, like, say, oh, yeah, I'm about this, or I'm over 40. That's good enough. But it's kind of one of those things where with, like, science and history, you want to be correct about this stuff. You don't want to just say something and have it be wrong. So, anyway, do research, draw conclusions, question your conclusions, question your sources. Just keep at it, you know? It's like, well, what happens when I'm done? I don't know, do more. Maybe there's an infinite galaxy universe. Not an infinite galaxy. If we had an infinite galaxy, that would we would probably use a different word for it. I don't even know. No, but there's an infinite universe of stuff out there to learn about. So, you can always keep going. Like Voyager. And eventually like, New Horizons, I guess. Because, that thing is moving so fast. Like, you know, it flew by Pluto. It didn't stop. It's not an orbiter. And, it's just gonna keep going. You know, once it passes the Kuiper Belt, hopefully there's still something out there for it to look at. I mean, if you can get a space probe out to Pluto, it's pretty good. If you can get it to keep going, hey, extra science, no problem there with me. Let's get more of that. Well, we've managed to close off this whole area here, except for this one tree, which, I don't know, I kind of like it. It's like a shrub that connects you to the underworld. No, I should probably close that off too. But still, like, you know, when you think about, like, bushes connecting people to, you know, other planes of existence, you of course have the burning one from the story of Moses. That's a pretty famous burning bush. This one's not on fire, so it doesn't sell that celestial connection in quite the same way. And celestial and infernal, you know, are like, you know, by nature opposites. So really having a bush that connects you to the underworld is really, I don't know, man, maybe kind of thematically off. So we'll just go ahead and hit these branches a few times. Luckily, you don't need a specialized tool for that. It's just nice, easy, relaxing Minecraft work, you know? There's a certain joy of Minecraft. Just knocking down this happy little tree here. Just brushing away branches. Taking a piece of stone and hitting it against a piece of wood until the piece of wood pops off. Pop, pop, pop. It's like a popcorn maker for the soul. But would that be bad? I kind of think a popcorn maker for the soul it actually would be very unpleasant. That sounds like a torture device for souls. So maybe that also arguably not very celestial. Huh. Popcorn popper for the soul. Either way, we got that sorted out. Kind of come around here. I think we're pretty good on this front. We filled in this whole wall the other day. Let's go around the other side of the castle. Well, you know, that whole part there is now taken care of, and I came over to kind of look at this, and this piece here is actually open. It doesn't properly connect, and I think that I do want to come in and just set up something. It might be a little bit jagged, it might not be perfect, and I probably do want to keep a bit of a kind of doorway set up here. So like, we would theoretically have it kind of start coming in right there, so that way I could still get into, well actually I can't get into that space no matter what I do, can I? Also, actually maybe I'll just leave this as an exit from the underworld if I need it. We'll go ahead and pop that up like that. And, yeah, on the whole, we can just kind of box this in a little. Shouldn't be too hard. You know, just putting blocks down and taking names. What's your name? Feel free to leave your name in the comments section below. Don't leave your real name. Just like when you leave a comment, your username shows up. So, feel free to leave that in the comments section below. Okay, so we're going to kind of have this one come up here a little. So, as we approach the castle now, we still have a gap there, don't we? Okay, yeah, we're going to close that gap. Dang it. Great. Okay, well look at that. We have knocked out an entire important part of our Pillarstone without actually doing too much castle work today. But, you know, sometimes, Pillarstones are like the foundation of the castle, because that's literally like the functional role from an architectural standpoint of the Pillarstone. It goes under the castle. And yeah, okay, I think we did pretty well on all these cliffs around here. Yeah, that's looking good. Cool. Well, alrighty then. Until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.